Hello everyone, how are you? I'm fine. Today we're doing an interesting topic, nice topic, calculus. So, what is calculus? Calculus is just the study of change or maybe gradient. Basically like the change of in x in y over x. You know, an area. So you're gonna be looking at area later on there. So you just have to know that this just in gradient, like they usually use the gradient, whatever. So I don't want me to do the theory too much. I just want that to get on with the work. So basically they like using the gradient, like to look at maybe I have something like this, okay? To look at maybe I have the 2 points and then I have to find the gradient. To look at maybe lana I have 4 and then I have 3 and then lana I have 6 and I have what? 7. So to find the gradient, it's gonna be what? 6 minus 4, hangity. It's y2 minus y1. So 6 minus 4, x2 minus x1, so 7 minus 3, which is equals to 2 over 4 half. You see? Marmanche, since it's calculus, there will be a point whereby like you are given main points going upwards there, and then to look at maybe I get the similar gradient. So to look at it is the similar gradient as it approaches 0. Maybe this is the core, and then manje I'm gonna use this point going upwards. You see, it helps us to find the value that it approaches. Yeah, that is the limit. So right now I want us to check this thing. So check this thing here. I'm gonna do the very same thing here. Maybe manje lana I have what? X1. I don't have the value of x1. So you know what from your maths life why it is the same as what? F of x. So since you know what why it is the same as f of x, I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna put f of x1. Because this is the same as y. This is the y value. This is the y axis, so it's gonna be like this. And then I have the second point here, but now it's gonna be what? Since this is the distance between the 2 points, it's gonna be what? X1 plus d. I'm trying to derive that formula there. And then here it's gonna be what? F of x plus x1 plus d. Yeah, here it's gonna be f of x1 plus d. So it's gonna come here. Okay, so how to find the gradient? So the gradient, you're gonna do what? You're gonna say m is equals to what? Y2 minus y1. So what is my y1? Y2, it is this one. So it's gonna be what? F of x1 plus d minus what? Y1, which is f of x1. So it's gonna be f of x1 over what? X2 minus x1. So it's gonna be what? X1 plus d and then minus what? X1. Okay, so let me continue in a new page. So when you continue, there's gonna be what? It's gonna be, so the gradient basically in J is gonna be what? F of x plus d minus f of x over what? D. Do you know why I'm saying D? Remember here, if I open my bracket, it's gonna be x1 plus d and then what? Minus x1. So x1 minus x1 is 0. So I'm gonna be left with what? With distance. So I already derived that formula. You know the formula for the calculus. So the general formula, it is what? Subject x, this one f is equals to f of x plus h. This is the y value. And f of x, it is the y, so plus h. And then minus f of x over what? Height. So now you are no longer using you are using height, because now it is in terms of calculus. That time I was just showing you how to do it. So since I showed you about the limits, Utoluguti is now approaching. So I'm gonna do it like this. Utoluguti line is gonna be what? I'm gonna include limit as it approaches 0. That's why Utoluguti maybe manje they show you, they are writing it and or representing it in that form. Okay. So for example, just saying calculate the gradient. I have f of x is equals to 2x. So you know this 2x is equals to, so it's the same as y is equals to 2x. But manje wait, I'll have to substitute. So my f of x my f of x is equals to 2x. But manje, remember I have f of x plus h. So it's gonna be what? F of x plus h is equals to what? 2 and then x plus h. Remember, where there is x, I'm gonna put what? This x plus h, because it is being substituted there. So I already have my value, so I'm gonna say limit as it approaches 0, and then f of x plus h minus f of x, you know, y2 minus y1. It is in terms of gradient at the same time h. You know how we got h and it. And then I'm gonna put, what is my f of x plus h? It is what? 2x plus 2h. So 2 times x, it is 2x. 2 times h, it is 2h. Minus what? My f of x. My f of x is equals to 2x. It's gonna be 2x over what? H. I don't have my h. It's just like so. 2 minus 2, it is 0. So it is 2h over h. This one cancel this. I got my gradient as 2. Okay. So now let's do the first principle. So first principles. So first principles. So using first principles, you are using the equation given and then substitute it in the what you call the equation of the calculus. Okay. So to root maybe but he determine using the first principle, determine f of x is equals to 2x squared minus 1. Don't be scared. The first thing that you must do, you must substitute and get your value. So already I know what my f of x is equals to minus, is it minus? I know what, okay, it is positive. So already I know what my f of x is equals to 2x minus 1. I'm done. And then what is the second step? I know what I have to find my f of x plus h. So it's gonna be what? 2. And then where there is x, I'm gonna put x plus h. And then remember, it is what? Squared minus 1. And then I have to expand it. So it's gonna be 2. You are in grade 12. You must know how to expand. So it's gonna be what? X squared plus 2xh plus h squared close bracket minus 1. And then when I open everything, it's gonna be what? 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus 1. So this is my value that I'm gonna put in f of x plus h. Okay. And then I'm gonna put my things. So f this, I forgot the name of this thing, sorry, lim as it approaches 0. And then you're gonna put my f of x plus h minus f of x over h. Put my things, lim. Don't forget this thing. You can ignore this. You can ignore this, but this one, please, because it is now you are not busy applying calculus. Limit as h approaches 0. The height, you know, the y value that I showed you. So it's gonna be 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus 1. And then this is f of x, so it's gonna be minus f of x plus h. It is this one. What is my f of x? It is 2x squared minus 1 plus 1. So it's 2x squared plus 1 over what? My h. So my h stays there. Continue, limit as it approaches 0. And then now I can do my maths. 2x squared and 2x squared are out. Can you see that? 2x squared minus 2x squared is now out. So it's gonna be what? This one and that one. So because 2x squared minus 2x squared is 0. And then let me check another one. I have minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is also 0. So already I have eliminated two variables at the same time. So let's continue. So now limit of h as it approaches 0, I'm left with 4x h plus 2h squared over h. Continue. So limit as h approaches 0. What is common here? It is h. So now I have to do my math. Be careful there. So h is common. I'm gonna factor it out. I'm gonna be left with 4x plus 2h over h. So now I can see what h is common in both sides. I do this, they divide. And then manje, limit of h as it approaches 0, it is what? 4x plus 2h. Okay. So manje, since I said limit of h, I said limit of h as it approaches 0, so go to on the next step I must put 0 in place of h. So it's gonna be 4x plus 2 times 0, which is now equals to 4x. So my this thing, actually I forgot it, sorry, is equals to 4x. So where there is 0 here, you don't put limit, you don't put it, because now you already told that was where there is h, I'm gonna put 0, so you don't have to show us the limit here. Okay, so check doing first principles. They are saying using first principles determine this thing. Okay, so the first thing that you must do, I need to know your equation for this the calculus is f of x plus h minus f of x over h. So the first thing you must identify your things that you're gonna use. Okay, so check f of x plus h. Already I have it, so let's determine f of x plus h. So since you know from your grade 10, f of x is the same as y, so where there is x, I put my what, x plus h, so it's gonna be 2 times x plus h squared minus 1. You must know how to expand directly. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. So it is gonna be 2 and then x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 1. I expand, I get this. So see, this is what my f of x plus h. Okay, so where there is f of x plus h, I put this whole equation. Where is f of x, I put 2x squared minus 1. I put it there like that. So since on the first step I can see 2x squared and 2x squared, they are cancelling each other, I eliminate them. Minus 1 plus 1, they are out. So Lana, since I have 4x plus 4xh plus 2x squared over h, I can see what h is common phezulu. So I'm gonna factor out h. I'm gonna be left with that 4x plus 2h. At the same time, don't forget to include this limit as h approaches 0. So it's gonna be what, 4x plus 2h. So since I told them what as h approaches 0, I can now put what, 0 in place of h. So that's why I put it 4x plus 2 times 0. And if you're putting 2 times 0, if you're putting 0 in place of h, you don't include the limit. So my answer is 4x. I hope you enjoyed, guys. So I'll do more videos of differentiation, the different but in derivatives and stuff. So thank you.